and Mr. T.J. Best, Commissioner of Passaic County and Director of Government Affairs of the New Jersey Charter School Association. So I would like to. So, I'm sorry sir, for the technical difficulty. So, I would like to start with Mr. T.J. Best, the Commissioner of Passaic County. And, sir, our first question to you, uh, could you please tell us briefly about the charter school concept? What is a charter school basically? I think while he is talking, if we mute our microphones, it will be good.
So we're really excited about Brilla Academy coming to New Jersey. Currently, New Jersey charter schools serve over 80,000 students throughout the state. We are in all 21 counties in New Jersey. We have 85 schools, and with Bria's opening, we'll make our 86th school. We're really excited about that. In the city of Paterson, where they're going to be operating, it's our third largest city where we have charter schools. There's 6 current charter schools. Brilla will be our 7th charter school, currently serving 5,000 students. And with their coming on board, we are looking to increase that as well. So really excited about Brilla coming to Paterson.
You're on mute. Farah, I think you're on mute.
Hey, Farah, I think you're still on mute.
So, do you hear me?
There you go. Yes.
I'm so sorry. So my question is, why Bria is in Patterson?
Sure, I'll go ahead and take that one. I think there's really 2 reasons, Farah. The first one is that it's a proven model in a similar demographic. So Most recently, Brilla opened a school in the Bronx, and we believe, again, being very similar to Patterson, and we believe it can work well given the makeup of our city. Did we lose her? All right.
Looks like it.
All right. I guess I'll wait until she comes back.
I think we could just go ahead and have a conversation about Brilla and
It's a recording, right? So we're
yeah,
gonna...
Yes.
it's still recording and it's live, so I don't want to just have awkward silence here. So why don't we talk a little bit more about Brilla's model and
Yep.
some of the unique approaches that you guys are bringing towards education.
I'll take that one. So one of the things that I don't want to say it's unique about Brilla, but it's part of our school design. It's a blended learning model where there's teacher-led instruction, but there's also the blended learning of technology, which allows us to provide a lot of individualized instruction, very catered and adaptable to where a scholar is in a moment. We also use 2 teachers in the classroom to further help support with small group or individualized instruction where it's 5 to 6 scholars to 1 teacher. We also, a lot of schools say they're about developing the whole child, but we really put our time and resources where our mouth is, so to speak, where there is a good chunk of the day dedicated to character development. We have core virtues of courage, wisdom, justice, and self-control, and those are woven into the fabric of our school design. And we spend a good chunk of time on supporting scholars with character development, as well as what's the word I'm thinking of here? We spend a good chunk of time with dealing with social emotional learning and development in that regard. And another thing that I would say is unique to Brilla is we have a faith-based program called El Camino. It is completely optional, but if you would like for your scholar to participate in the faith-based or Catholic-based after-school program called El Camino, or the Way, or the Path, or the Road, you are able to allow your child to participate in that program completely voluntary. I think about 60% of our families choose to participate in that program, and they do see a lot of great results when it comes to embodying those core virtues. They see it in and out of school with their scholars by participating in that program. So those are some of the things that I feel like aren't necessarily unique to schooling, but definitely all unique and together comprise what Brilla is all about, or our secret sauce, so to speak.
And I'll go ahead and add on to that and pick back up on the last question around why Patterson, why Brilla and Patterson, right? As I alluded to earlier, the prior, with the Brilla Charter School Network, the prior school was opened in the Bronx, and we believe it's a very similar demographic to our city in Patterson, and really makes for a strong alignment. Not every charter school management organization is a match for a given community. Well, there's a lot of models out there. Not everyone, is necessarily a good match. So we feel a strong alignment there. In addition, we got a strong set of folks on our board and in our community ready to embrace Brilla. Folks like myself who are committed to the city. Like to tell everyone who I know that I'm born, raised, and never leaving the city of Patterson. So very passionate about our community. Education is a key way for our youth to maximize their potential. And hopefully Brilla can add to the rest of the educational landscape in our city, public and charter, and help with advancing our community.
So how the parents would know about the new venture, sir?
So right now we do have, one, they could go to our address, brillaschools.org, and from there you could find our school. Like if you look at schools, you'll see Brilla, New Jersey, and it'll give you information. There is an email address that families can actually email to get added to our list, our communication list, and that email is, let me just make sure I got it right here, info, at Brilla, Brilla, New Jersey, spelled out NEWJERSEY.org. So info@brianewjersey.org. It gets you added to our communications list, but very shortly, towards the end of August, early September, we are going to be out in the community handing out flyers, marketing materials, and giving families an opportunity to apply for the 2023-2024 school year. We are going to open up with kindergarten, first grade, and fifth grade, 75 scholars per grade. It's going to be on a lottery basis, so 75 kids per grade. If we get 74 kids per grade, we don't run a lottery. Anything over 75, we run a lottery, and it's random. The one thing I will say is the one preference that will be given is for scholars that live in the district. So if you live in Patterson, you will get a preference over someone outside of the Patterson school district.
But you are taking students from outside Patterson too, right?
They're outside of Patterson are allowed to apply, and it is a lottery, but there is a weighted portion. So if you do live in the city of Patterson and part of the Patterson School District, you will get a preference.
Okay. So, Mr. Martin, I have a question to you. There is a concept that charter schools are really very much expensive. So, could you please tell us about this? What would be the expenses to get admitted in Brilla, New Jersey?
It's a great question, and I think one point to help maybe demystify charter schools for a lot of folks, because I know it can be some general term, but charter schools are just like public schools, right? There's no charge to families for application, for tuition, anything along those lines. So we're just like public schools in that regard. It looks like we lost you again, so I'll just go ahead and add that in addition to it being free of charge, the Brilla school is planning to open in September of 2023 for grades kindergarten, first, and fifth, with 75 students in each class. Ty, is there anything you might want to add on to that?
Yeah, one of the things to really make sure of is you do know your child's what grade they're going into. So, for instance, if your scholar is going into kindergarten of this year, or if they're in pre-K this year, they are eligible to apply for kindergarten or first grade next year. So if your scholar's in kindergarten this year, you would apply for our first grade opening for next year. If your scholar is in pre-K this year, you would apply for a kindergarten spot. And if your scholar is going into fourth grade this year, you want to make sure you apply for the fifth grade spot. That is one of the things that has confused parents in previous situations where they apply for the wrong grade.
So, can you please repeat about the admission dates for our audience?
So the school year right now there is the 2022-2023 school year. That's the school year that's coming in the next couple of weeks. We're the following year. So the late August, early September of 2023 is the school year that Brilla, New Jersey will be opening with kindergarten, first, and fifth grade.
And in being in line with being a public entity, right, we will plan to have community forums and communicate, broadly, via written, electronic communication, make sure families in the city and surrounding areas are aware of the timelines and the application process.
Correct.
Charter schools also have strong partnerships in the community where they're located, as well as statewide or national partners. What are some of Brilla's partnerships? Can you guys just tell us what some of the organizations or individuals you're connected to?
Okay. So for the communities, do you have any message, sir? We want to hear from all of you, the message.
So the first message is we welcome all. There are some, we do have a faith-based El Camino program with this Catholic-based, but you do not have to be Catholic to attend our schools. It's open to any and everyone. It really is an inclusive model. till we welcome all scholars. Faith is, all faiths, all backgrounds. And one of the things Martin mentioned, one of the things that's really valuable and one of the reasons why we thought Patterson was a perfect fit was similar demographic. The South Bronx has a lot of diversity, such similar to Patterson. Patterson has a large community or a large amount of people where English will be there, English as a new language or ESL, however you refer to it. So there is a lot of, we're going to have a very strong ESL program that will support scholars. We do, a lot of our scholars come from where they qualify for free or reduced lunch, very similar to the demographics of Patterson. So I really do think that, one, it's a good fit and we welcome all. You mentioned some of the community partnerships. Like, one of the things Brilla is a part of, or Brilla is supported by Seton Education Partners. I'm technically a Seton employee. We're a vibrantly Catholic organization, but like, you don't have to be Catholic to work there. I'm not of Catholic faith. I work there. I really enjoy working there. That's a big partnership and a big support that we do have with the school. And there are some other, I don't want to say their names right now, but some organizations that we're looking to partner with in the community. We are a partner of I don't know the official name of it, you do, TJ, but the Patterson Roundtable, the Charter School Roundtable. We are a active member of that particular organization. But we are in the process of fostering some organization relationships with organizations within the community of Patterson.
So you welcome any religion. There is no bar for any religion, right?
Correct.
No, and how the school operates from, let's just say, 7:30 to 4:30 p.m. It is a regular secular charter school, no religious bearings or anything involved. And then after school, there is an optional faith-based El Camino program where scholars can choose to participate.
And Mr. Martin, we want to hear from you. Any message you want to convey for our viewers?
Sure. No, we really are looking forward to the opening of the new charter school. Building on a few comments from Mr. Best, the saying goes, it takes a village. And so we really look to bring in the entire city and the surrounding area, all organizations, all entities, and have the school be a place where children feel appreciated and welcomed by the entire community. And so with that, we're extremely excited and welcome folks to apply in the coming year. And thank you for having us.
Thank you, sir. And Mr. TJ Best, as a county commissioner, how do you find this initiative?
I love it. So I think this is a commitment to our children and our families, but it's also a commitment to the local economy. A lot of money and resources, human resources, people, capital go into starting a school. There's going to be a new facility, a shiny new building where kids are going to be able to attend school, and teachers who care about the kids, who love the kids, opportunities for employment, not just for classroom teachers or administrators, but also people to work in operational functions in the school as well. So we see it as a resource to the community. We see it as a community school, and we're really excited that they've chosen Patterson as their home in New Jersey.
Thank you so much, sir. And finally, I want to hear the message from Mr. Redmond for our viewers before we end the show.
So yes, if you have a scholar that is going to be in kindergarten, first grade, or fifth grade next year, we would love for you to apply and be a part of the Brilla, New Jersey family. One thing I can assure you, that we will not be hard to find. We are currently finalizing our enrollment and recruitment plan, and we're going to be at various events in and around Patterson over the next 3 to 4 weeks heavily, as well as opening up our main office within the school for families to come in and apply in person. There will be applications, paper applications, as well as electronic versions, and the languages will be English, Spanish, Arabic, and I'm going Bengalese. Bengalese. Did I say
Bengalis.
that right? Yes.
Yes.
So it will be available in all 4 languages. Very inclusive and welcoming for all of the families within the city of Patterson to apply.
The address of the school, please.
You call me off. It is 24 Degrassi Street, Patterson, New Jersey. 24 Degrassi
থ্যাংক ইউ
Street.
সো মাচ
Okay.
সো যারা এই অনুষ্ঠানটি দেখছেন তাদের জন্য আমি একবার বাংলায় আমাদের আজকের এই অনুষ্ঠানটির সারমর্মটি বলতে চাই। ব্রিয়া নিউ জার্সিতে ব্রিয়া চার্টার স্কুল তারা নতুন তাদের যাত্রা শুরু করেছে এবং এই চার্টার স্কুল সম্পর্কে আমাদের যে একটি ভুল ধারণা আছে, একটি মিসকনসেপশন আছে যে চার্টার স্কুলগুলো অনেক বেশি এক্সপেন্সিভ হয় এবং চার্টার স্কুলের ছাত্রছাত্রী পড়াতে অনেক বেশি খরচ। আসলে এই ধারণাটি ঠিক না, বরঞ্চ ব্রিয়া নিউ জার্সি তাদের নতুন যে এডুকেশনাল ধারাটিকে এখানে, অর্থাৎ যে শিক্ষাক্রমটিকে তারা এখানে ইন্ট্রোডিউস করতে চাচ্ছে, পরিচিত করতে চাচ্ছে, এটি হচ্ছে যে কোয়ালিটি এডুকেশন তারা এনশিওর করতে চায় এবং হচ্ছে এর জন্য তারা 4টি ভাষায় তাদের শিক্ষা কার্যক্রমকে পরিচালনা করবে। তাদের মধ্যে বাংলা একটি অন্যতম ভাষা এবং প্যাটারসনে যারা বসবাস করেন তাদের সন্তানদেরকে, অর্থাৎ তাদেরকে ভর্তির ক্ষেত্রে অগ্রাধিকার দেওয়া হবে। প্যাটারসনের বাইরে যারা আছেন স্টুডেন্ট তারাও এখানে ভর্তি হতে পারবেন অবশ্যই, তবে অগ্রাধিকার প্যাটারসনে যারা বসবাস করছেন। এবং প্যাটারসনে যারা বসবাস করছেন তাদের ভর্তির পরে বাকিদেরকে ভর্তি করার পরে 75 জন সর্বমোট একটি ক্লাসে ভর্তি করা হবে। 75 জনের বাইরে যখন বেশি হয়ে যাবে শিক্ষার্থীর সংখ্যা, তখন লটারির ভিত্তিতে ভর্তি করা হবে। আপাত দৃষ্টিতে ব্রিয়া নিউ জার্সি তাদের যে চমৎকার শিক্ষা কার্যক্রমটিকে আমাদের এখানে পরিচিত করতে চাচ্ছেন এবং নিয়ে এসছেন, তার জন্য ব্রিয়া নিউ জার্সিকে আমাদের পক্ষ থেকে অনেক ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি। কারণ আমরা সবাই আসলে কোয়ালিটি এডুকেশনটা চাই, বেস্ট এডুকেশন আমরা চাই এবং এজন্য আমার পরামর্শ থাকবে, আপনাদের সবার প্রতি আমার অনুরোধ থাকবে, আপনারা ব্রিয়া নিউ জার্সির শিক্ষা কার্যক্রমের সঙ্গে জড়িত হন, আপনাদের সন্তানদেরকে চার্টার স্কুলে পাঠান। So Mr. Ty Raymond, Mr. TJ Best and Mr. Martin Vergara, thank you so much, sir, for coming to our show and speaking about the Brilla, New Jersey. We are looking ahead and we are wishing you all the best on your new venture. Definitely we will be supporting you because this is end of the day, this is our community and we have to support each other.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having us. Really appreciate it.
And thank you so much, sir. So there were much technical difficulty from my side. Technology is not always a good thing. Sometimes they betrays. So we will be hosting another show with all of you within very short time. And thank you for coming today and giving us your time.
Great.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.